Here we are. Here we are. It's day 27 of the Feast for the Soul, and I am so happy to welcome a dear friend and a wonderful teacher who hails from Nashville, Tennessee, and her name is Corrine, and I can't pronounce your name as you do, but Champigny?
Yeah, perfect.
Good. Well, Corinne and I have been friends for 30 years. I have known her through multiple lifetimes in this life. I mean, we both were in the Transcendental Meditation movement together.
Yeah.
We both worked for many of the same people. And when I met her, she actually ended up, she was a yoga teacher, put together yoga programs, a meditation teacher, and ran something called the House of Bliss, which I've always thought was an amazing name. And she's now running the Ivy House in Nashville. Corinne, would you like to say a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was the House of Bliss was on Music Row, and we did yoga, meditation, and events, music events. And then I had always envisioned maybe living there. I originally had wanted to live at the House of Bliss, but we didn't. And then I don't know, 12 years later, I thought it would be maybe when I was my age now, in my 60s, that I'd finally have it. But 15 years ago, this beautiful house came available, and I've been here 15 years now. It's called the Ivy House, and my yoga studio is right outside my room here. My meditation room's upstairs. The garden's outside. We have music events, retreats, and meditation on Sundays, once a month. And just it's kind of like a spiritual community place, my house, the Ivy House.
And Corinne's a fantastic musician. And one of, I'd have to say, the most exciting things about Corinne was that she ran a children's home in India. For how
Mm.
many children did you have there, Corinne?
I mean, mostly we had around 35, but some of them would come and go. Like they either the widowed father would move or something, get more. But we probably raised, I don't know, at least 100 children over 17 years, I
So
think.
that
Yeah.
is amazing. And I know you don't have children of your own, but you have 100 children who call you mom.
They call
And
me
they've,
mummy.
mummy, they've all
Mummy.
aged out of the system there. But
Hmm.
and now you're doing well, you're doing that Women Over 50 podcast, right? WO50.
WO50, Women Over 50 in Body, Wisdom, and Wellness, with my BFF of 35 years, Eddie, who we had Sarah on, of course, because she's a very wise woman over 50. And yeah, so that's kind of, and we've got a 8-week course coming up that I'm excited. We've been working on it for 2 years. I know you can relate to that, Sarah, because you worked on your teacher training. I mean, for 20, like I know it would change every year, but
Yeah.
yeah, so just passionate about helping support, well, really anybody, but women as we step into our wise years,
Yes. And hopefully we are wise. We're wise enough
hopefully.
to be here and meditating, so that's great. Would you just share your website before we move into the meditation?
Yeah, so I have a couple, but there's the ivyhouse.org, the ivyhouse.org. That's probably the best one. I do have
Okay,
blissed.com, if you can believe that, blissed.com. That was with
great.
House of Bliss, and that's actually got yoga, more yoga and meditation. There's a yoga room and a meditation room on it, so just free support to help people.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I'm going to turn it over to you. I so appreciate you being here and all of the feasters that are here on day 27. I'm Sarah McLean, and I am the co-director of the feast with Sue Cooper. So take it away, Corinne.
Thank you, my dear sister, Sarah, soul sister Sarah. I love you. I appreciate you and Sue so much for this commitment to the feast for so many years now. I think this is my either third or fourth year being able to offer a guided meditation. And I just feel very honored to be in the company of all the wonderful people and teachers that they bring on. So, and I'm just so excited to be here with all of you. It's beautiful to see all your faces on Zoom, or pictures of you or your names on the screen. Those of you showing your face, I appreciate that. And I know you've gotten some wonderful offerings this week. I've tuned into a couple and listened back to a couple. And so I thought I'd offer today a deep listening meditation. I recently met, well, not recently, I guess 4 years ago, met my teacher, and I co-teach with her now. Her name is Alea Dickinson, and she says we're all deep listening. That's our nature, is deep listening. And I really have been feeling into that for the past year. And there's no situation where I don't find that deep listening is not potent and powerful, not just in meditation, but in my life, especially because I'm a musician and have been a performer in the past. And I think listening is always more listening is always a good idea for all of us. So I thought I'd offer you just a saying, like a poem, a reading from one of my teachers, Adyashanti, that I thought would relate to the deep listening. And I thought I'd say it before we meditate, and then I'll go into the deep listening meditation, and then I will ring the bell. And before we open our eyes, if you want to, I'll offer that same reading again, just to see if it lands any differently after you've been, deep listening for a while. So that's the plan. So if you want to now, you can close your eyes, or not. Like if you want to listen to this part, like the beginning meditation with your eyes open, just to see the difference of what you get from it, that's fine too. So this is from one of his writings called The Most Important Thing. Being still is not an act of physical motionlessness or of quietening the mind. It is about being available to whatever is occurring in every moment. When we're completely open, even if it's difficult, we have stopped fighting against life. We have stopped moving against whatever situation we find ourselves in. And then there's possibility for discovery. This is where a great movement of grace can occur. We stop trying to run away from what is and sit down right in the middle of it, even if it's unknown, and reach a place of deep understanding. And so now, if you'll close your eyes, if you haven't already, and sitting comfortably, and just allowing yourself a moment to arrive. Just checking in to see if there's any expectations or anticipation. And that's okay, just noticing that. Deep listening is not just done with our ears. It's almost like you can envision a deer poised in a meadow. His head pops up. You can imagine you're the deer, and his feet, his tail, his ears, his shoulders are quivering because he's listening with his entire being. And this is the sense that I wanted to portray in this deep listening meditation, is just beginning to soften, to listen with your whole being. Welcoming whatever's arising in this moment, whatever is your experience, whether it's sounds of gardening outside, or the sounds of your house, or your neighbors, or someone in the next room. That's with our ears. And tuning in a little more subtly, listening maybe with your whole head, with your sense of smell even, listening with your sense of smell. Deep listening with your sense of taste. Can you listen with your sense of taste? Deep listening with your eyes. Softening your eyes behind your closed eyes. Deep listening with your eyes. And then your whole body, deep listening with your sense of touch, with your whole body. Deep listening with your feet. Sometimes our thoughts tend to be sort of around the head. So if you bring your awareness to your feet, that can sometimes help to drop you in for a little bit more deep listening. Deep listening with your knees, your legs, both legs. So it's not so much the words deep listening. It's more of a feeling, a felt sense. Felt sense in your belly. Felt sense in your solar plexus. Deep listening with your heart. With your lungs. What do your lungs do when they're listening? Can you feel your inhale expand to the side body, like under your arms? Can you feel your in-breath reaching to the upper part of your neck and shoulders even? All of this, your body working together. Settling in. So just even becoming listening. Your body breathing by itself on its own. Listening is happening. It's alive, not stagnant. Just gently checking in to see if there's any part of you that might not be deeply listening. Maybe there's some tension in a part of your mind or in your body, and just bringing some loving compassion awareness to any area that seems not quite deep listening, and just opening to whatever that experience is. Openness to tension, openness to something fidgeting, whatever's here now arising for you. Listening is happening. And if the mind wanders, just listening to that. Your mind might be listening to yourself more. And can that be okay? There's no struggle, no, I'm not there anymore. Or if that's there, can that be okay? It's all welcome. So there's this sense of openness, spaciousness, listening. And just when you find yourself with more opening, there might be the mind jumping out again. And can that be okay? It's all part of your experience. Whatever's arising, just an openness, a softness, listening. Can there be openness to deepen the listening a little more? Just question, can there be openness? Sometimes the deeper listening might be more in your ears, or listening to thoughts. And then it might change to the body speaking more loudly. this open sense of curiosity with how this listening sort of moves around. It's alive. Just keeping your eyes closed. I'm going to offer you that Adyashanti writing again, and just deeply listening to this offering. Being still is not an act of physical motionlessness or of quietening the mind. It is about being available to whatever is occurring in every moment. When we are completely open, even if it is difficult, we've stopped fighting against life. We have stopped moving against whatever situation we find ourselves in. And there is a possibility for discovery. This is where a great movement of grace can occur. We stop trying to run away from what is and sit down right in the middle of it, even if it is unknown, and reach a place of deep understanding. Just listening to how your body, your mind, your beingness responded to that poem the second time around. Noticing what's arising now. And you can still keep your eyes closed if you want to, as we slowly sort of come back from our deeper state of listening. Maybe sort of sense into how it feels to sort of bring your deep listening more to the forefront. It's like almost a transition that begins to happen. Sometimes when we can feel into or understand or get a sense of that coming back from the meditation is just a deeper understanding of the whole process. Noticing what might be coming more alive. And then just taking as much time as you need. You can slowly open your eyes. Meditation faces. Post-meditation faces. And so I think, do we share now a little bit, Sarah?
Thank you, Corinne. That was
Thank you.
lovely. I am going to stop the recording and invite people to comment, ask questions, or share.